15 Greatest Natural Wonders of the World. 1. The Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis. The Northern Lights have become a big hit with tourists, as they give you a chance to travel in the Northern Hemisphere. The Northern Lights are a naturally occurring phenomena known as auroras. These stunning displays of light can be seen in the sky and look stunning from Earth. You know those beautiful displays of flashing lights in the sky known as Northern Lights? Well, you get to see the brightest ones when going north towards the magnetic pole in the Arctic. Unfortunately, this only occurs randomly and travelers might not be able to catch them on a short trip. North Lights are mostly seen by local people in the northern regions, but travelers to those places might also be lucky to see them. In Canada's far north, Alaska, Iceland and Norway are some of the most popular places for visitors. The probability of seeing Northern Lights increases during the winter months. They happen all year, but you're more likely to see them during this time of the year because it's dark outside. 2. Serengeti. The Serengeti ecosystem is located in northwest Tanzania and southwestern Kenya. It's home to the largest population of wildland mammals on the planet and one of the most amazing events in natural history. African safari tours follow the 1 million wildebeest and 200,000 zebra that make a 500-kilometer (310 miles) round trip from the southern Serengeti in Tanzania to the northern edge of the Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya. The Great Migration is probably Africa's greatest safari spectacle and the most exceptional natural wonder of the world. 3. Galapagos Islands. In the eastern Pacific Ocean, Ecuador owns a small archipelago of volcanic islands known as the Galapagos Islands. The islands, which are located about 1,000 kilometers (620 miles) west of South America, are quite secluded and far apart. The archipelago is well known across the world for the distinct island ecology that served as Charles Darwin's source of inspiration for his theory of natural selection. Joining a boat excursion is the ideal way to experience the magnificent scenery and wildlife. The most easiest, but frequently more expensive, option is to reserve a Galapagos Islands cruise through a company in your home country. Additionally, there are numerous businesses that offer Galapagos Islands tour bookings from Puerto Ayora, Guayaquil, or Quito. 4. Amazon. With a total river flow that makes up around 1/5 of the global total, the Amazon River is the greatest river in the world by volume. More than 3,000 different fish species have been identified in the river, and more are continually being found. More than half of the planet's remaining rainforests are found in the Amazon rainforest. Its extraordinary biodiversity is due to its size as the greatest tropical rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is home to 1 in 10 of the world's known species. 5. Iguazu Falls, one of the world's great natural wonders, are located on the border between Brazil and Argentina. Along the Iguazu River, there are 275 falls that make up the waterfall system. Most of the falls are 64 meters, 210 feet, or less in height. The Devil's Throat, a U-shaped waterfall that is 700 meters, 2,300 feet, long, 150 meters, 492 feet, wide, and 82 meters high, 269 feet, is the most magnificent of them all. 6. Grand Canyon. One of the top tourist destinations in the U.S. is the Grand Canyon, which is situated in northern Arizona. The Colorado River carved the canyon over the course of several million years. It is 446 kilometers, 277 miles, long and reaches a depth of over 1.6 kilometers. Although the Grand Canyon is neither the deepest or longest canyon in the world, its immense size and its intricate and vibrant environment provide visitors with breathtaking views that are unrivaled anywhere else in the world. 7. Great Barrier Reef. With a length of more than 3,000 kilometers, the Great Barrier Reef is the world's biggest system of coral reefs, 1,900 miles. It is the largest single structure created by living things and the only reef on Earth that can be seen from space. Millions of microscopic organisms make up and construct the reef structure. along with a wide variety of other animals. The Great Barrier Reef is home to green sea turtles, dolphins, whales, sea snakes, and clownfish. 8. Antarctica. Antarctica has the greatest average elevation of all the continents and is, on the whole, the coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world. Despite having ice covering around 98% of its surface, Antarctica is technically the largest desert on planet with little precipitation. Since the Arctic Ocean covers the North Pole region, its relative warmth is transferred through the ice pack, making Antarctica colder than the Arctic. This is due to the fact that much of the continent is more than 3 kilometers, 2 miles, above sea level. Penguins, blue whales, orcas, and seals are among the water species found in Antarctica. 9. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest mountain on Earth with a height of 8,848 meters, 29,029 feet. It is situated where Nepal and Tibet meet. Climbers of all skill levels are drawn to the world's tallest mountain. Although Mount Everest has several intrinsic dangers like altitude sickness, weather, and wind, other 8000s like K2 are significantly more difficult to climb. The majority of climbers who pass away during the ascent leave behind their bodies, so it is usual to discover bodies close to popular climbing routes. 10. Halong Bay. Halong Bay, which is properly translated as Bay of Descending Dragons, is a 120-kilometer-long bay in North Vietnam. Thousands of islets dot the harbor, each covered in dense jungle growth, creating an amazing seascape of limestone pillars. Some of the islands have large caves and hollow interiors, while others have lakes and some have floating towns of fishermen. 11. Sahara. Most of northern Africa is covered by the Sahara, the largest scorching desert in the world that is almost as big as the United States. Contrary to common opinion, the Sahara does not consist primarily of enormous sand dunes, known as ergs. The majority of the desert is made up of mostly stony, harsh, and barren plateaus with very little sand. The average annual rainfall in the Sahara is less than 3 inches. Even in the wettest regions of the Sahara, it may only rain twice a week before ceasing for years. 12. Paricutin Volcano. Paricutin is just another of the world's natural wonders. The volcano is a cinder cone and is situated in Michoacán, Mexico. The youngest volcano in the northern hemisphere, the cone has only actually existed as it does since 1943, when it erupted out of the ground in a rather flat cornfield. It exploded simultaneously with its surge and continued to do so for 9 years. The volcano is a well-known tourist destination and is now thought to be dormant. Visitors can ascend the volcano's peak to see the enclosed ruins of the San Juan Parangaracuatiro Church and the hardened lava flows. 13. Victoria Falls. Although these falls are not the tallest or the widest falls on Earth, their combined height and width make them larger than any other set of falls since they contain the greatest sheet of falling water of any place on Earth, which is why it is vital to highlight that it is largest, especially during the wet rainy season. The Zambezi River, which flows across southern Africa's Zambia and Zimbabwe, is responsible for creating the falls. Visitors from around the world travel to see this breathtaking natural wonder and the 500 million liters of water that fall over the cliff every minute. Viewing the falls from vantage points is an option, but more daring tourists can swim in the river all the way to the edge of the falls, during off-peak hours, or even bungee jump from the Victoria Falls Bridge. 14. The Harbor of Rio de Janeiro. Southeast Brazil is where Rio de Janeiro's harbor is located. It is one of the greatest natural wonders of the world and is also referred to as Guanabara Bay. Based on volume, it is the largest natural bay in the world. The bay is a sizable body of water that is surrounded by granite monoliths and rock formations, adding to the region's great aesthetic appeal. The natural beauty of the bay persists despite the port becoming a significant center of human activity, including the city of Rio, public beaches like Copacabana, and a bustling harbor, and it is obvious to any visitors that the area is a true natural beauty. 15 Yosemite, California. Yosemite is one of the most well-known and well-liked national parks in the U.S., famed for its breathtaking cliffs, burnt orange sunsets, and boiling waterfalls. El Capitan in Yosemite was featured in the 2018 Oscar-winning documentary Free Solo, but you may also be familiar with the granite because it served as the standard background on several Mac computer generations.